Hello Virgos, welcome to your horoscope for January 2023. So we've got here with the planets on the 4th, you've got Venus going into the 6th house, so house of health, which is good for health, getting into like a new exercise regime or to like food, looking at your food. It's very good for like looking at improving your health. And then we've got on the 13th, Mars going direct in the 10th house. This can create arguments, but also can be a strength here. On 19th, Mercury going direct in the 5th house, which is good for communication relationships. Then on the 28th, Venus is going to go into the 7th house, which is good for meeting new people, with relationships as well. You got also what's going on here. You got Uranus in your 9th, which is and it will be there for the few more years to go yet. Unexpected with travel or with learning. You've also got Chiron in the 8th, which is Jupiter there as well. But so Jupiter is going to bring in money. Chiron's going to cause some issues with money. But Jupiter is going to be moving on from that and going into the 9th house this year in around April. You've got Neptune in the 7th. This can be a dissolve in relationships. It also can be rose-colored glasses as well. You got Saturn moving from the 6th into the 7th by March. So that's problems with their health in 6th. And then in the 7th, it's problems with relationships. And then you've got Pluto in the 5th. And that's going to be moving into the 6th by, I think, March. And then will go retrograde back into the 5th. So big changes with relationships as well as can be with health as well. But I'll go more in detail about that in my other videos. When I look at the cards here, Virgos, I feel like this is sort of about relationships, like you're in it together. So I feel like there could be a relationship where it's like things due to other people or third parties that's not looking that great, but you've decided that you're in this together and you're going to see it through together. There even could be perhaps getting like a diamond ring, like engagements could be coming up for you too. I feel like it is a month of dating and going out on dates, but there's also an aspect of moving on to something better. But I feel like by a lot of people though, it's like you're going to be stuck or in it together, and then you'll decide whether or not you stay or go from this relationship. But I feel like it's also a good month to go out, to socialize, to go on dates, and to meet new people. I feel like too, as I said, it could be like engagements or news of engagements around you to do with your friends as well, or social circles. It's like you've got a friend here who's moving on from something bad, who's moving on to something good. And again, I feel like this is about love or relationships. It could be an aspect of going on a date through a friend, for someone who's like through a friendship, or a friend that's gets to more than a friend. I also feel like with your work this month here, Virgos, it's like you need to put more, there's going to be a lot of detail. Your work is going to be very detailed this month in how you do it. So you got to be careful of looking at the detail. But that's very good though. You're a good star sign. It's good with details and looking at the faults and what's wrong. But also with work, it could be feeling that you're feeling a bit trapped or a bit overwhelmed with things, and it is time that you feel like you need to start looking for something new. But it can be very hard to look for something new, like you're a bit scared to go and do that, because the job that you've got, you have mastered it, and it is time to look for something new, which could be where the detailing aspect comes into it. It could be a fact that also you might having to get a job that's more creative too. But I feel like with your work, because you're kind of bored there and you're just a little bit over it, and it is time to sort of move on. Let's look at family. I kind of feel like you need time out from siblings. Is it this month here? You need a bit of time out. But I do get like happy families. I do get like it's an aspect of happy families coming up here, or families being very loyal to you this month here, Virgos. It's like you're all in it together with families. Let's look at money. There could be an aspect of you being lured into something, like lured into a contract or lured into some sort of investment coming up here this month here, Virgos. And there could be too a good time to start new courses or study something new, but also travel could be good this month for you as well. I do feel like you're going to somewhere in nature, but I feel like more mountains with you for some reason for this month. And I feel like it's about reconnecting too. I also feel like it could be a good month to go on some sort of retreat as well. But I feel like I'm going on mountains, somewhere near mountains. Okay. You're going through a big change this month, Virgos, and it's like for the better. It's like you're embracing yourself more and you're really learning to let go of old belief systems and old things that don't serve you. It's kind of like you've been feeling like you've been swimming with sharks, and that's with family. But it's like finally you're changing, you're going onto a new leaf, and you're looking to something more positive and into the future, where you can sort of try to gather your thoughts, but just try and do what's best for you. Just see what I can get for you, Virgos. Virgos, this is a year of patience. You're going to have to learn to be very patient this year to get through it. For you're all going to be very busy, and you're all going to be very stubborn, and you're all going to think that your way is the better way. The truth is that you all have good ways of doing things, and no one is better than anyone else. For this will be a hard lesson that you have to learn this year, Virgos. It is time to trust in your friends and trust people around you, and it's time to not be as stubborn as you are. Try not to worry about things that do not mean anything or things that haven't even happened yet, for these always things plague your mind and you end up in such a worry and such a frazzled state. For this year, you'll have to make big decisions and firm decisions and stick to them. For people will try to change your mind and will try to keep butting into places where they don't belong. Okay, so Happy New Year, and thank you for your likes, shares and comments, and I will see you from my next video. So bye for now.